Now the warrior robots in disguise are in their own action-packed Transformer comic, on sale now from Marvel Comics.
Thanks for watching. Like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe.
Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special video showcase we're going to once again be returning to the Marvel UK Transformers comic. What we'll do for the next couple of minutes or so is a very quick review, flicking from cover to cover and stopping at anything that's interesting. After that we'll come back to the beginning. I'm going to zoom in for you and give you the opportunity to read the comic for yourself. As you can see, this originally came out around about the 27th of April 1991. We're up to issue 313 and this cost 50 pence. So at the moment the main story is quite interesting. There's loads going on. There's so many different stories all sorts of aligning. You've got I suppose exactly that, you've got the Decepticon coup led by Starscream and Shockwave against the rest of the Earthbound Decepticons led by Scorponok. They of course think that they've won, but obviously Shockwave is just reminding them that they might be alive. They might just be buried underneath the rubble. Right on cue, there he comes out of there and indeed starts to attack Starscream. Meanwhile, still under all the rubble, the rest of the Autobots who were there because of Optimus Prime's surrender basically decide that they need to look after themselves and not the Decepticons anymore, so they do exactly that. And this is where he's reminiscing what's happened. Of course, because this is happening in Jersey, people in New York have started to notice what's going on. And I suppose that's pretty much where that part is up to. Meanwhile, as you can see, Starscream, his attempts against Scorponok doesn't really work. He somehow manages to encourage the others to attack him as well, which again doesn't work. Scorponok manages to repel all of them, and it pretty much ends about there with that little part. But meanwhile, going back to where Grimlock went to a different planet to get Nucleon about 5 or 6 issues back on Hydrus 4, he has revived all the Dinobots. So next week's going to be really interesting. We've got an advert there for Mantiforce, which again was a toy around about the early 90s. We've got a fact file for Slapdash, so there is a picture of Slapdash. If I hold that there and say pause, you can now read that yourself. I'm going to gloss over the Enemy Within because this was a reprint from, way back in the really early issues. Sub 50, you can tell by the artwork on there. So if you want to read that, that is in the old issues as well. We've got a letters page there, and then we've got an advert for next week and a Back to the Future game advertised, as well as Time Wars Begins, which is the reprint of the old Time Wars comics. Right, I'm going to be nice and quiet. I'm going to suggest you slow your speed down, maybe mute the microphone as well. But here you go, you can now read the comic for yourself. this concludes issue 313. Next issue in a couple of days.